Hello and welcome to PGTV News. Here are our top stories. Florida Polytechnic University teams up with a strategic partner. Find out who it is and what projects they'll be working on.
The Citrus Connection is making changes to bus routes. Find out what they are and how it could affect you.
Hello and welcome to PGTV News. I'm Stephen Barnes.
And I am Tina Mann. Florida Polytechnic University and Tallinn University of Technology in Estonia are joining forces to advance the research and application of autonomous vehicle technology in Florida and Europe. Both universities have agreed to collaborate on ways to develop this emerging technology for the public transportation sector. The agreement between Florida Poly and Caltech fosters the development of AV technology within downtowns and university campuses, as well as other controlled settings. It also creates work and study opportunities to support the implementation and testing of this technology, along with promoting education and outreach efforts regarding its applications. Rimo Sell, senior researcher at Caltech, said, Caltech is excited to collaborate with Florida Polytechnic University to accelerate the benefits of AV technology in Europe. Dr. Rahul Razdan, Senior Director for Special Projects at Florida Poly, said Caltech has demonstrated prototype AV shuttles and has a desire to extend into increasingly real-world applications. Recently, Florida Poly announced a collaboration with the Jacksonville Transportation Authority to enhance the development of AV technology in public transportation. That's pretty fancy.
Yeah, this autonomous vehicle sector is just, there is so much room for advancement here. It is really, it's the next big technology boom.
I actually had an opportunity to view a transportation program that was actually done by the city of Jacksonville, in which they said, what emerging technologies they were planning on implementing, and it was really fascinating.
Yeah. And it's cool that Florida Poly is right in the forefront of all this, and of course with the SunTrax facility soon opening, that'll be something.
And the Polk TPO is actually running a 2045 investment strategy workshop right now that is also talking about the same thing. So
all kinds of stuff
going
forward. Yep, absolutely. Well, speaking of transportation, the Citrus Connection officials unveiled a plan to address customer feedback about the public bus system in Lakeland. There have been numerous requests for buses to run later on evenings and weekends. Now that the plan is approved, bus service will start an hour earlier in the morning and about an hour later into the evening. Previously, the last bus of each route terminated between 6 and 6:30 p.m., which causes problems for local residents who rely on public transportation. Lakeland Mayor Bill Mutt said the absence of adequate public transportation funding inhibits the opportunities we ideally would like to make. Mutz also said this plan, however, dramatically improves a solid system by meeting the needs so frequently addressed by our riders. Yeah. Everybody knows that that a strong city has a strong transportation system, and finding out what the needs are and making your system better is a good step forward.
All right, sounds like a really good deal for Lakeland.
And I believe that's currently set to be a 60-day trial there in Lakeland to see how those routes work out and to see what they need to adjust. Yep.
Sounds great. The 2018-2019 Florida grapefruit crop has taken another hit. The current grapefruit crop now stands at an estimated 4.9 million boxes, a 500,000 box reduction from the USDA's March estimate. Mongi Zachary, the citrus agent for Southwest Florida based in LaBelle, said he thinks the USDA overestimated the size of the state's grapefruit crop. Zachary also said the estimate for grapefruit has been going down almost every month, with a sharp decline of 10% last month and 9% this month. Shannon Shep, executive director of the Florida Department of Citrus, said, "We're an industry catching glimpses of recovery, but this estimate certainly points out that we are not there yet."
More struggles for the citrus industry. It's tough. That's tough, but hopefully we'll find a solution for some of the problems that we're having and get that industry back on its feet. The City of Lakeland will conduct 2 public meetings to share plans for the proposed roundabout at intersection of Main Street, Sloan Avenue, and Lake Beulah Drive. The 2 public meetings will be held on Wednesday, April 17th, 2019, and Wednesday, April 24th, 2019, in the cafeteria of R.W. Blake Academy, located at 510 Hartzell Avenue there in Lakeland. Both meetings will begin at 5:30 p.m. with an open house format, followed by a project presentation at 6 p.m. The proposed improvements include converting the signalized intersection into a single-lane roundabout with 4 access points and constructing a cul-de-sac at the end of Westlake Beulah Avenue. This public meeting is being conducted to give interested persons an opportunity to express their views concerning the location, conceptual design, and impacts of the proposed improvements. Don't ask me how I feel about roundabouts.
Well,
I'm not a fan, but you know, like
they've also proven
yeah.
to increase safety, and
That's true.
I know, Angela Rao is over there in Lakeland is really excited about a lot of these improvements and changes because
helps to keep traffic moving,
right,
and
he really feels like it will contribute to safety.
They're pretty too. I mean,
Yeah,
from a design aspect, it really makes a city streetscape much more beautiful.
Construction will soon start on the 824-space Heritage Parking Garage. This project will be built on the existing private surface parking lot adjacent to the Heritage Plaza building located at 225 East Lemon Street. Jason Willey, Business Development Manager for the City of Lakeland, said, "Downtown visitors may notice that we are currently doing some utility work that has a few spaces on Kentucky Avenue closed. This work will soon transition into more complicated site preparation for the Heritage Parking Garage construction." The Heritage Parking Garage is a unique project that has 4 entities paying for the garage. Each entity will retain ownership of the parking spaces, paying a prorated share of the construction and development costs, depending on the number of spaces they own. The City of Lakeland is purchasing 399 spaces. Lakeland Regional Health Systems is purchasing 125 spaces. Mid-Florida Federal Credit Union is purchasing 175 spaces. And finally, Heritage Plaza owner BKP5 LLC is purchasing 125 spaces. The cost for the garage is approximately $11 million. The City of Lakeland's responsibility is $6.3 million. City Manager Tony Delgado said, "The city is setting aside 20 to 30 spaces for daily downtown visitors, but during weekend and after regular business hours, all of the city's allotted 399 spaces can be used by those visiting downtown." The project is slated to be completed December 31st, 2019.
That's a much needed addition to Lakeland
Definitely.
downtown for sure.
Definitely, you go in there, and that's the most difficult thing about going down there, and
Yep.
it's thriving and bustling, and
More businesses moving in, more things to do, especially them opening up the city spots in the evening is huge, because that's when the nightlife comes
Right.
alive. The Sun and Fun International Fly-In and Expo has been a Polk County and aviation tradition for the past 45 years. In 2020, the expo will have a new name, which will be Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo. John Leitz-Lienhoutz, President and CEO of Sun and Fun Fly-In, said this change reflects the evolution the Fly-In has been undergoing. Renaming this iconic aviation event reflects our mission to engage, educate, and accelerate the next generation of aerospace professionals. Harley Richards, chairman for the board, said 45 years of tradition is a strong part of the culture here at Sun and Fun. As we look to the future and where aerospace technology is taking us, we want to ensure that we're best positioned to continue to be a part of it. Now, 45 years it's been going on. And you can really see, you can totally understand why they changed the name, how that entire place has evolved, and they've got the Center for Aerospace. That's it. Yeah, that place is booming.
right, and it goes right along with the overall kind of the technology corridor that Polk County's
Absolutely.
been trying to
Yep.
establish and nurture.
Yeah, generally speaking, planes hadn't changed for a very, very long time. They had the same, and now there's so much technology being implemented into planes that's a huge part of it.
Well, recently, scientists revealed the first image of a black hole. The data for the image was gathered by 8 radio telescopes around the world. One viewer said it looked like a flaming orange, yellow, and black ring. This viewer also said, "We have seen what we thought was unseeable. We have seen and taken a picture of a black hole." Jessica Dempsey, a co-discoverer and deputy director of the East Asian Observatory in Hawaii, said that it reminded her of the powerful flaming eye of Sauron from the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Nice.
Dempsey also said Einstein, a century ago, even predicted the symmetrical shape that scientists just found. Johns Hopkins astrophysicist Ethan Vishniak pronounced the image an amazing technical achievement that gives us a glimpse of gravity in its most extreme manifestation. He added, "Pictures from computer simulations can be very pretty, but there's literally nothing like a picture of the real universe, however fuzzy and monochromatic."
That's pretty cool.
It
Could
is
you
really
imagine, like, discoveries, being able to be the person who made that discovery?
No, I can't.
I was the first person to ever see a black hole. What?
I find it funny because my
It's
son
crazy.
and my oldest son last week was telling me, "Mom, black holes aren't real." So I took
Proof now.
I took great pleasure in going home and showing him that article. So
That's awesome. Public safety classes, free public safety classes from Polk County fire officials will be offered on April 23rd and May 7th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The classes will take place at the County Rescue's training headquarters located at 2470 Clower Lane. The first class is about bleed control techniques, such as how to use tourniquets, while a second class will demonstrate proper use and application of fire extinguishers. A third class on hands-only CPR will be held from 6 to 8:30 p.m. June 25th in the same location. We caught up with Chris Jonquier and Rosa Lalonde of Polk County Fire Rescue, who spoke about the importance of these classes.
Thanks, guys. Today we're here with Rosa Lalonde of Polk County Fire Rescue's Public Education Department, and we're going to discuss the importance of some of these classes that you guys are going to be offering. What's the importance, why people should take these classes?
Well, there's several good reasons, but especially for each of our classes, but just talking about, for instance, the fire extinguisher class. The worst time to learn to use a fire extinguisher is during a fire. Obviously the print's really small and that's not the time to read the instructions. So this class gives you an opportunity to do it in a controlled atmosphere with professionals there to teach and assist you and give you the chance to at least learn and be comfortable before the emergency comes.
this is like the second round of classes
Yep.
that they've done. I mean, the first ones were quite popular, so it's awesome that they're offering a second time.
And it really shows the dedication of Polk County Fire Rescue to offer free classes like this and what it means to the community to be able to help themselves in an emergency until fire rescue teams get there.
Which is crucial because sometimes that
Yep.
is literally the difference between life and death. Somebody
Absolutely.
on scene being able to step in and help until those emergency personnel can get
teaching
there.
people how to be everyday heroes.
Absolutely.
It's now time for sports with Neil Duncan. Take it away, Neil.
Hey, thanks, guys. Well, the Ironman 70.3 returns to Haines City's Lake Eva Park this weekend, April 14th through the 15th. This event is a spectator-friendly event, and you really want to get out there and see it. Make plans today to be a part of the 2019 Tiger Trot 5K. The event will be held April 20th at 5 p.m. at Publix Field at Joker Marchant Stadium. All participants will receive a goodie bag, free food, and a t-shirt. Specialty dog tags will be given out to all 5K finishers. Run or walk this family-friendly 5K and then enjoy the baseball game at fantastic Publix Field at Joker Marchant Stadium. The Easter Bunny has hidden eggs all over the Visitor Information Center. Of course, it's located 1/2 mile south of I-4 on Highway 27. And on Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., you can collect candy-filled eggs and browse through local vendors. There's a chance to find one golden egg, which will have 2 tickets to Legoland, Florida, and 1 silver egg, which will have 2 tickets to Bok Tower Gardens. You definitely want to get up there for that family-friendly event. For more information on events going on in Polk County, of course, go to visitcentralflorida.org. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the sports report, Neil, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in.
Remember to tune in again next week for another installment of PGTV News. We'll see you next time.